Hello Capricorns, getting ready to do your reading for September 2017. Capricorns. So, Capricorns, September 2017. Capricorns, what messages? Oh, for heaven's sakes. What messages do Capricorns need to know about? What advice do they need for the entire month of September 2017? So I got Temperance and the Three of Cups, just by splitting the deck. Capricorns, September 2017. Your ruling planet is moving forward now in Sagittarius, which is why Temperance might have come up. Justice and the Page of Cups. Capricorn. September 2017. Very steady. I don't know what this feeling is, but it's like deep and grounded and very base. I feel a deep pain. Like in my back area. But it could be like an emotional pain that's affecting you. So it could be stress, or it could just be deep emotional pain. Maybe you don't even know it's there. Maybe you do. But the overall sense is like a deep, grounded energy. Interesting. I'm trying to figure out how to describe it, and it's just like, it's like the Knight of Pentacles feeling, where it's like, that's what it is. It's like a tectonic plate. It's very earthy and stable, but it's moving at a very slow pace. But it's like a continental plate that's drifting. Interesting. Something large and just steady and slow and earthy. Justice, Five of Wands, King of Wands, Page of Pentacles, Two of Cups, and the Seven of Swords. Sneakiness. What are you guys doing? What are you guys up to? Seven of Wands has come up for about every single reading. Everybody is defending their stance and nobody is listening to anybody. Everybody's got their ego out. But I do feel this like emotional pain somewhere in my back. It's like located, it like settled in my lower back, sort of like right below my rib cage. I don't know if you guys are having some back problems. Maybe it's a little bit up farther, like shoulder blades. But you guys are like, it's a weird place to keep your stress. Capricorn, 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 Capricorn. The Emperor, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands in reverse. Seven of Pentacles, Death. Looks a little bit like the Sagittarius reading. See what we got though. The Devil. And the World reversed is under the deck. So you guys aren't evolving, you aren't maturing. You're not stepping through to a new phase in your life. You guys are staying where you are. You're fighting against growth. You're fighting against evolving and learning from your past. It's either you're fighting it or you are resisting it, or what is it? It's taking a very long time to go through. This can also talk about pregnancies, and this can be like a pregnancy that's negatively affecting you in some way, or a pregnancy gone wrong, or somebody outside of you is pregnant and it's affecting you. I feel a lot of stress. You guys are completely stressed out. Which might be this here. Why you came up as the Devil reversed or something. Maybe that's not what that is. Huh. Alright, so we got the Page of Pentacles in the past, which is an offer. Could be a new financial offer, a career, or a love offer, an offer of stability, an offer of, it can also be spirituality. Pentacles relates to the earth realm, and that is usually physical and financial, but it can also relate to spiritual too. Pentacles are very much in spirituality. So this can be a messenger of finances, of health, of property, of relationships for you earth signs, or of spirituality, just some messenger or an offering of that type of thing. It could be you, or it could be somebody outside of you. Either you were offering this or somebody outside of you was offering this. In your current situation, you have the Justice card upright and the Five of Wands reversed as a challenge. So you may be seeking justice, you may be seeking legal counsel or advice. You might be finding truth. You might be doing a search for truth and balance in a situation. This is a person who holds the sword of truth and the scales of justice and equality. And so that might be what you're seeking. You could also be talking to a Libra person. And crossing you right now, challenging you, is the feeling of not wanting to fight. The Five of Wands is talking about ego drama and a whole lot of stick waving, and everybody has their egos out and they're just like waving them around all over the place, and you know, not much is getting done, there's no progress going on. And when it's reversed, it can either be an increase of that ego drama or fighting, or it can be like not wanting to fight. So the challenge here is this battle of wills that's going on, this battle of egos and beliefs, this battle of turmoil. It can also be inner turmoil as well. If you have like emotional confusion about, you know, passionate confusion inside of you, if you have internal conflict, then that can show up as the Five of Wands as well. And so challenging you with this Justice card is this internal conflict or this external conflict where you just don't want to, you may not want to fight anymore, you just want to calm down, you don't want to have this conflict going on anymore, and it's a challenge, and you're just trying to find justice and balance and equality. At the top of your thoughts is the Two of Cups, which is a soulmate card. It's about a very connected relationship, emotionally, spiritually connection, emotional, spiritual connection between two people. It can be twin flames, it can be soulmates, or it can be a soul contract. Soul contracts are not permanent things. They are just there to teach you a lesson, and then they're gone from your life. And as soon as you learn that lesson, they're gone, and the karmic cycle ends. And if this isn't ending, then this soul contract can't end either. So you have to learn from the past in order to move forward. And then the karmic cycle will end, and then so will that soul contract. At the foundation of your reading is the King of Wands. This can be a fire sign person, which is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. It can be the energy of creativity and passion. This is a king, though, and this person can be incredibly in control of their passion and their ideas and the way that they focus themselves. They aren't, they are very fiery, they are very, they do have a lot of ideals and idealism and creativity and just like passionate beliefs, but they temper that with you know, just experience, where they set themselves out to be more stable. And so their passion comes out very strongly, but very, very stably. Their ideas come out not like spontaneously, but very thought out and controlled and organized. They're very great leaders and very charismatic and very organized and disciplined. And that's the King of Wands energy. So that could be you, or that could be a person who is around you, who is affecting this situation right here. In your future is the Seven of Swords. There's a lot of different meanings for the Seven of Swords. It doesn't have to be, you know, what it usually is, where people say it's thievery and sneakiness and going behind people's back and stealing things and intermarital affairs, where it's like a third-party situation. It can just be like stealing your power back, the story behind this card is that this thief person lives in a village, and this army comes along and is going to, like, come down on the village and destroy them. And so the thief goes in the night and steals the swords from the enemy camp so that they can't come and, you know, kill them all. But he gets caught because he tries to carry too many swords and drops a couple. If you see, like, in the background here, in the distance, there are these people that have woken up and they're about to, like, find him and discover him. So yeah, if you guys are being sneaky, you know, that's not very conducive of a good outcome. You know, if you want something to turn out right, be forthright, be straightforward, do things right, do things properly, and, you know, things will turn out better for you in the long run. Yeah. And if you're stealing your power back from someone who has, you know, stolen your will, stolen your thoughts, stolen your truth, or something like that, you know, like, with a big personality like this going on in your foundation, sometimes that can be overwhelming, and sometimes it can overwhelm your truth, and you won't be able to express yourself and be yourself around that type of a person. And they will order you around, or they will tell you what to do, or they will manipulate you in some way. But, you know, this isn't like reversal, and that's like manipulation and belligerence and anger. But, you know, if there's this huge personality around and you're trying to impress them, then you might hide yourself and not be yourself. And stealing your power back would be like revealing your true self and being who you actually are. And that's what we have here down in the Seven of Swords, Seven of Wands. And that's the second 7 of this reading. And we do have 3 7s. So if you're into numerology, please look up 777 and find out what that means to you. See how that resonates for you, because numerology and tarot do go hand in hand. And the numbers that pop up are there for a reason. And like, here's a 5, and this is a 2 right here too. And that's another 7. Which is interesting. And so we have you here defending your beliefs. You might have won a victory recently, and now you're at the top of the hill, and you have to defend your position, your victory. I said this for Sagittarius too. If you are in a relationship and it's very conflictual, and, you know, it's not blending very well, somebody has to drop the ego, or both partners have to drop the ego and compromise, or else it will not work out very well. And since this card has been coming up for almost every single reading I've done, and if, like, people don't compromise and just sit there and be stubborn in their egos and just defend themselves all the time, nothing is ever going to get done. Nobody's going to move forward. This conflict is never going to end. People have to drop the ego and be open to listening. So yeah, there's this guy here. I found out something with my energy lines. This can be you, or this can be you. Alternatively, you know, this can be the opposing energy, or this can be the opposing energy. So, just like listen in, and whatever resonates with you, that's what resonates with you. Yeah. And so somebody's sitting here defending their beliefs and being stubborn and not giving in. And then in the environment, or how people see you, is the Emperor card. And the Emperor card can speak to an Aries person, or it can be simply someone who is very strategic, very organized, a leader. It can be a strict father figure or a boss. It's a very masculine energy. It's like the pinnacle of masculine energy. But it's not like a boss. It's not controlling in the way that it throws its weight around and forces people to do what they need to do, or this person wants them to do. It's more along the lines of, this is for the best interests of everybody. Let's all work together, and this is how we do it. This person has the bigger picture in mind. They can see all aspects of the situation, and they're able to very swiftly calculate what needs to be done, and then put plans in place to move forward with that. And that's, the Emperor. And then in this energy line's hopes, fears, and emotions is the Eight of Pentacles. And this is discipline. This is work. This is sitting down and doing the same thing day after day, pumping out all of these pentacles. It's kind of like what I'm doing with my tarot readings right now, just working through it very patiently and trying to get them all done for everybody. But it can also be like inner discipline and working to become a better person, working that work that you put forth inside of yourself. It's all the earth energies. It can be your health, where you go to the gym day after day. It can be your finances, where you find a career that's 9 to 5 and it's doing the same thing every single day. Or it is spirituality, where you are working on your inner self and you are trying to become a better person. It's all of those aspects of the earth energy. And that is your hopes, fears, and emotions for this energy line. And then on the outcome, we have the Knight of Wands reversed. The Knight of Wands upright is an energy that's very fiery and passionate, and it's here one minute and gone the next. They like dive into something. They're in your life. They do something, or they create something, or they have this big idea, and then just as quickly they're gone. And it's it can be also like a one-night stand energy, where the person's there in your life one minute and gone the next. But when it's reversal, it can either be like this person is extremely unstable, and like it's an exasperation of that energy, where they're fiery and here one minute, gone the next, and just it's instant. But when the other opposite end of this is, since it's reversal has two meanings, is that it's a very passionate but slow moving. It can be more methodical and thought out. It can be a more mature energy than the regular Knight of Wands, and where it would be the fire is, it's like a shooting star. It's more like, a comet that hangs out for a couple days. Or it can be a more stable and grounded energy, where that passion is just like slow burning. Being a Wands energy also in the reversal, it can also mean depression or sadness and loss of that spark. It can mean that maybe like the passion and fire in a situation has gone out. There's just like no love or excitement or passion in the relationship or the experience anymore. And so that's for this energy line. In this energy line, this is our second 7. This is our third seven, the Seven of Pentacles, being very patient. This is the Patience card. This is the Karma card. This is having put in a lot of work or planting the seeds for work and being very patient and waiting for the comeback for that effort. It's like waiting for that karma, waiting for the comeback for your patience. And of course, it's the earth energy, so it could be with your health, with your finances, or with your spirituality and with your self-improvement. And for the environment card, this is the environment or how people are seeing you. This can be a person outside of yourself or how people are seeing you, is the Death card. And the Death card can indicate a Scorpio person, or it can be transformation. Like death is all about endings, but it's also about rebirth, though it isn't the actual rebirth card. It's more about the endings of a situation than it is the rebirth. It's transitioning, taking that step to end something in order for something new to happen. Judgment card is more about the rebirth than the Death card is. People may be seeing this energy line as changing and growing and being able to step forward in life and in situations. Or it may be that they're viewing this person is coming in as change. In your hopes, fears, and emotions position is the Page of Swords reversed. The Page of Swords reversed, the pages in general are about messages. It can be a message, or it can be a child, actually. And with the Swords energy, it's all about possibly an air sign, or possibly truth and communication and ideas and logic and analysis. So like when it's reversed and it's the Page of Swords, it could be spying. Somebody could be spying on you, or you could be spying on someone else if this is your energy line. It could be spying, or somebody speaking incorrectly, or miscommunicating, or not communicating at all, not wanting to communicate. Or it could be extremely fast communication coming in that's not delivered properly and might be hurtful and harmful. Just communication mishandled. And so for the outcome for this is the Devil card reversed. The Devil card upright speaks to toxic energy. It can be about fears and illusions and feeling like you're trapped. Like, I think I've done a video before about the Devil card. These two people here are willingly tied to this devil person, and they could just as easily, slip free from these bonds if they just, took the chains off of their neck and slipped them over their heads. But they prefer the illusion that they are trapped. It's like whenever you go out with your friends to a restaurant or something and you're on a diet, and everybody else gets like chocolate cake or pie or something like that, and you kind of feel like you have to too because everybody else is doing it, and you would look odd, like the odd man out, if you didn't also partake in some sort of dessert. So you break your diet with ice cream or pie or whatever. And so that's that kind of feeling, like the illusion that you're trapped into doing something when you actually have the choice all along. You could do the right thing for yourself and be like, no, that's all right, I'm not having anything, I'm on a diet, and I don't want to break my diet. And so that's the toxic energy of the devil. When you feel trapped, you always have the choice of what you do. You always have the choice as to what road you take, and following your deep inner truth is always the best road to take. Doing what's healthy for yourself, and not doing what the rest of everybody's opinions are, or following everybody else's actions, even if they don't correspond with how you feel or what you know is right for you. That also speaks to addictions like heroin and drug abuse, and it can also be contracts that you feel you're in that you can't escape from. Yeah, but when the devil is reversed, it's like breaking those bonds, breaking those changes, or breaking those chains, making those changes. So it might be that this death card is actually how people are seeing this person. They're changing, they're growing, and they are breaking this bond, this devil that is affecting them. It could be you that is affecting this person, and that is why it came up in the reversal for them. It might be you in the upright sense that is affecting them, and that's why it came out in their opposing outcome energy. But yeah, the reason why your card is the devil is not because like you are toxic or anything. It's because that is your life lesson path. It's these are the life lessons that you have to actually learn and grow from in order to become your highest self, in order to learn the lessons that are continuous in your life. You, as a Capricorn, you may always feel that you are trapped into doing things that you really don't want to do, and you know deep down inside what is best for you, but you prefer the illusion of being trapped. And that's what makes these little dudes into demons. If you look closely, these people, because they prefer the illusion of being trapped, this person has horns and a diseased fertility tail as a woman, and this little dude has horns and a unholy fire tail as a man, which is unholy passions and lust and that kind of thing. This woman will produce toxically, she will create toxically, she will create it's just bad fertility, bad creation, and he has lust and passions that are inhibiting him and pulling him back and draining him. But they both feel like they are, trapped, even though they aren't. So yeah, that's the only reason why the devil is a Capricorn's card, is because those are your life lesson paths that you have to take and you have to learn from. You have to learn that no matter what, you are free. It's God's free will, that you are keeping yourself from, that you're preferring the illusion of fear over. The devil's energies actually are fear and illusion, hatred, all of those negative energies that keep you from the truth and God's love. Those are the chains that bind you down. Fear, basically, and illusions. And once you see past all that, once you take off the blindfold, take off your chains, then you are free to do what you will, and you evolve into your highest good. And that is Capricorns. Capricorns, you have, I don't know if I mentioned this at the beginning, but your ruling planet is moving out of Sagittarius in December. It's moving forward right now, but it's moving out of Sagittarius and into your actual sign. And that will begin a 4-year cycle, I do believe. And it will transit through your sign. And usually when that happens, it's at home in your sign. So when that will happen, it will still bring about a lot of lessons and hardships, and you might feel like things go very well for you when you're you are exalted, and your truth will come out and you will learn a lot of lessons. And it's a lot like having the sun in your sign, but it's more powerful when the sun is also in your sign and your ruling planet is there. So it will be an interesting time for you the next 4 years with all of these life lessons and challenges that are about to come up for you. So be prepared for that. Be aware of that. So yeah, these are the energies that are supposed to be happening for you in September. Let's see if we have any advice for you. Capricorn for September 2017. Capricorn. Ace of Water. Falling in love or the resurgence of a relationship, spiritual growth and enhanced intuition, a new home. This is also about self-love, discovering the love of God, a deep inner abundance of love, joy, contentment, happiness, and that spilling over into your environment. The Magician card, you are ready, you have the resources or the ability to manifest them. Life is magical. What you think will become, as above, so below. So if you think positively, if you believe deeply, positive things will happen, then positive things will happen, and you will react and move in your life in a positive way, expecting positive things to happen. And that will be what generates in your life. The energy that you put out is what will come back to you. And the Ace of Air, truth. Brilliant new ideas and inspirations, seeing the truth of a situation, a challenging beginning. This is deep revelations, deep truths coming out, communication. So yeah, it's very interesting. 2 aces and 3 sevens. Very interesting. 4 sevens if you count the 2 of cups and the 5 of wands. Actually, this is 3 aces. The Magician counts as an ace because it is the 1 in the major arcana, although it is the 1 of all elements. So in fact, it would be 4 aces all in itself. Very interesting. 1, 1, and 1. If you're interested, please look up numerology. It's very interesting. And the moon. Important psychic insights, events behind the scenes, release fears that hold you back. So Capricorn, that is your reading for September 2017. If you would like a reading with me, please look in the description. My prices and spreads are there along with my email. If you would like me to be at an event for you, I do events. Shoot me an email and I'll see if we can collaborate and do anything and set that up. Yeah, and I hope you guys have a great September, and I will talk to you later.